Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm Ahdoom, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Let's Play Darkest Dungeon Crimson Court. Having so much fun playing this game. Sorry about the short one last time around. Actually wasn't that short, came into about 40 minutes. I will again try and keep these things around the 40 to 60 minute mark, just so I don't spam your inboxes with stuff. But in the meantime, I'm going to be looking at getting some levels up, certainly on Dismas and Weald. With Maynard and Quinn Kernon just in it for the ride. We will be taking a usual suspects party in to kill the Necromancer Apprentice. And something I just noticed a second ago is this thing actually has a interaction mouse over. Curse-carrying insects have begun to spread over the estate, and the infestation level is currently low. I assume that infestation levels are associated with maybe a courtyard invitation. I could try and go in for morbid entertainment here, but it's an epic and a veteran, and I don't think I'm ready yet. I want to go in with a group of 4s if I can. Other thing, districts here are locked. I'm guessing that I have to progress to a certain stage in the game to make it through. With that all said, though, I'm only in week number 8, so things haven't progressed too far. What I am in need of, though, is deeds, as well as busts up to a point, but we have both coming up to a point. Deeds I'm sure I'll find along the way, and a Book of Sanity to reduce my stress burden, particularly as I use abominations and flagellants, though I think that getting stress in the flagellant is the whole point, which is why I'll be equipping him with Dismas's Head every damn time I use him, or potentially the Prot Q. I kind of still trying to figure out the flagellant, but I'm not going to speculate any further. I will be able to figure things out as I go. In the meantime, it's time for our very first boss bash of the playthrough, which is, of course, the Necromancer Apprentice. We will bring along plenty of holy water. Not too worried about anti-venoms, they're just there because they're free. 2 skeleton keys, 2 shovels, that may not be enough, but that's going to have to suffice. And definitely some medicinal herbs. Let's also bring along a stack of food and 4 and do the quick swap around there so things empty off appropriately. Torches and 4 and do the same. And with a very full pack, it's time for us to embark and enjoy some beautiful narration.
Mastery over life and death was chief among my early pursuits. I began in humility, but my ambition was limitless. Who could have divined the prophetic import of something as unremarkable as a twitch in the leg of a dead rat?
I love the voiceovers and the cutscenes in this game. They're just so, they're so malevolent.
A devil walks these halls. Only the mad or the desperate go in search of him.
See, what did I say? Malevolent. Anyway, we don't have a stress healer in our party aside from our Crusader, and so we're probably going to be avoiding unpleasant encounters. Weald is, perilously close to losing his mind, but that's completely fine because I've got a good feeling that this time he'll get a virtue rather than an affliction. But with that said, we're going to be carrying on the direct route towards the boss, and if we really feel like it, we'll double back, but I'm less concerned with treasure than I am with not taking any casualties in this first offing. Now, with that all said, it's time to press on, and that could be useful if I could remember what it did. Ultra of Light. Let's do a quick check of Karamazula's cheat sheet. Once again, Karamazula, if you ever see these, thank you, dude. These have been so darn useful. In any case, it's going to be a straight buff or a damage buff. Let's just take it straight because I want to have the chance of... I want to have the chance to remove quirks and reduce stress if we find the appropriate thing at the appropriate time. 80% chance to some, 100% chance to some, 70% chance to some. Let's take the chance on the Plague Doctor. Took the chance badly. Alright, 7 damage, 12 stress.
With a singular purpose.
Made the whole situation much worse, but let's press into this Curio battle room. Excellent. Might be able to get rid of my kleptomania. Love those things. Tempting Goblet drops down on the Vestal, and she is feeling slightly salty stress-wise. Doomsday drops down as well, with stress evenly spread across the entire conniptioning party. Looking through here, we've got pretty mediocre blight resistance, and that's what I'm going to start with, and I think that's what I'm going to carry on with, because stuns of these guys might play out too late, and I need to get some quick kills. Blight takes Jolly, jolly, and well blooming done. Let's try and go for the insta-kill on the Bone Courtier and activate our Apost. Beautiful. And he is dead in his next turn, which takes care of that particular problem. We'll probably focus a heal on the Plague Dog, just because they took that nasty gash. B4. Next up, we have some options when it comes to what we can do. Can definitely go in for an insta-kill smite, and I think that's my best bet for the moment. Done. Activate on the Highwayman, 3 damage and 6 back. Not a bad trade. Not a bad trade at all. We'll do a point blank shot though to take care of this Bone Defender, hopefully. Boom. Alright, and I'm going to be designating my Crusader as a Faffer from here on in. Let's try for a stun, just to pace things out if we can. That 4 damage can stretch, and yeah, let's go for the stun. Let's go for the stun, or we can try Disorienting Blast, which would be equally as effective, and get him within range of everyone else that does damage. It's just fine by me. Alright, his turn is now lost.
Slowly.
Jolly good.
Gently. This is how a life is taken.
Let's drop a party heal this time around and see how well it takes. Nice. No criticals, but everyone is topped off very handily. Next step is for me to start reducing stress the best way that I can. Right here on the Plague Doctor. Right. Bit of torch and a bit of stress taken care of. Very, very nicely done. Unfortunately, this guy gets the first jump on me. Accusation does 6 up, which pretty much removes almost all the good work that I've done, and I think it's going to be time to finish this guy off. Done and done. Superb. Alright, free holy water, leper, a healing armlet, and some gold. Not too shabby to start things off. Kleptomania is locked in, and Dactomania and God-fearing, slightly annoying. Known cheat. I'm less worried about deviant tastes. Well, you just have to drink to sort out your problems. I guess that's how it works. I'm sorry. Yep, you just have to drink. Drink or pray, because you're a naughty boy. Mercurial and Zoophobia are both quite nasty. Love interest, not too fast, and Thanatophobia. Let's take a chance on getting rid of that bloody Kleptomania. And, well, we got rid of God-fearing. That's okay. Still got rid of a quirk for free. No complaints there. Don't need to worry about that battle room, because we're going to beeline it straight down to the boss bash. Take care of this Iron Maiden with a medicinal herbs. And we get a journal page. Again, I decided I was going to read these out in-game. I'll just do a dedicated episode when I get my appropriate, like, ominous voice practiced and ready, because while I do silly voices, I don't do ominous voices well, without, you know, getting into things. It's like a Christopher Walken voice. Like, you can do a Christopher Walken voice, but, I mean, if you do it wrong, you make a fool of yourself. Let's open this to the key, hope that we find a secret room. 4 deeds are going to be very, very useful in the immediate future, and let's check that crate. Nothing found. Pressing on. It's a trap! And quite a nasty one, too. Hey, come on! It wasn't a misstep. I didn't see it coming. Alright, empty room, and curio there, which... Look, there are no battles that I know of, so I'll see what that curio is. First hunger check, and we aren't too worried, but Obsessed with Food seems to have bulked something up for me. Alright, grab that unburned torch. Probably wasn't worth it. Well, it kind of was. I've got no ill effects for it aside from a randomized hunger check, and, you know, Iron Jesus will do what he does. Still have enough food to camp, which is the salient point, and I probably will camp before I enter the boss bash. In fact, I'm gonna definitely not use any food until I know for sure I can camp before the boss bash, because I need to reduce my stress. That is absolutely certain. So we have 1 crate. Great. 2 busts. Very appreciated. We'll take this on the Highwayman, because we have failed very recently, unfortunately, with that Plague Doctor, torch up, and this is an empty. 1 corridor battle here for us to worry about, but that's just fine by me. Heirlooms and more busts. No complaints from me. We're in Radiant. We have 2 Webbers, and this isn't too concerning a fight. Let's go for the insta-kill on the back row. Boom. Riposte is active. And all we can do with the Plague Doctor given positions is put a minor heal up on the Highwayman. Not the worst thing that can happen, especially given the fact that he's going to take some damage. Jolly good. No other consequences. Let's focus a heal on the Highwayman, up by 4 and getting closer to being topped off, just 3 points shy, and let's absolutely deal with some of the stress this poor Plague Doctor has accrued. It also tops with our torch in a fantastic way. A bit more healing on the Highwayman, which is fine by me, and you know what, let's faff to the fullest and max out our torch with that final attack. Nicely done, and pressing on. Get in here and see the empty room. Do we get a scout? We do not. Alright, time to press on. Keep our eyes open and our inventory set to react quickly. But it's just kleptomania we have to worry about, and unfortunately, well, we got the scout regardless. That's weird. Okay, so definitely the boss over there. Don't know it for sure, but unless they've changed the underpinning mechanics of the game. Whoa! Supplicants! Didn't expect to find you here. Your blight resist is pretty high. Your stun resist is impressive though, so chance for a stun is non-existent. Let's take our best chance at damage. And double blight. No complaints there at all. Do a duelist advance into... There's a chance we'll get a kill in the next round. If we do max damage, let's see how we go. 6, not quite enough, which is unfortunate, but we're in a pretty good place health-wise, so we can just do some back row damage. Well, it's a crit, and I'm not going to complain about that. Not going to complain about that at all. Gather Blood drops down on the Crusader, and there's limited ill effect. I'm guessing that has a chance to give me a curse. Predigestion, great riposte, but we do have a blight on our hands. Fortunately, we can cure that with an anti-venom that we've prepared from earlier. Smite goes down on the first row. Good chance for a kill. Let's see how we do. Boom! Gorgeous, and some alleviation of stress as well. Let's take care of that blight right now with an anti-venom and finish this chappie off with... Yup. That's just fine in my books. We'll probably focus a heal on the Highwayman because, again, we've got a rune battle coming immediately after this. We need to have our health in good stead. We will clear these corpses even though our chance to stun is non-existent. Alternatively, we can blight this guy. Let's blight this guy. Let's see if it takes. It takes. Well, that's something at least. We can look at addressing some stress, and that's actually not a bad call. Let's do that on the Plague Doctor yet again. Seems to be getting the worst of things. And our torch is increased, so slightly predigestion. Great, 2 damage, and the Fool advances. No other ill effects, which is just fine by me. We'll open a vein right here, and match is set. So we've picked up some blood, bit more food as well.
That overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Let's have that food on the man-at-arms, I think. He's a squishiest. Let's do a quick reversal here. Your bleed resist is reduced for 1 round, and that shouldn't affect me in the slightest. Radiant up and press into the battle.
A blazing star is born.
Alright, no surprise here. We have a brawler, a soldier, an acolyte, and an arbalist. Need to probably focus on the acolyte because she's the one that can do me the most and worst damage. Not an amazing initial shot, only 5 damage, but we have a riposte out of it. Stressful incantation drops on the Vestal, and thankfully the game is starting to spread out the damage evenly. Rent for the Gods drops down on the Crusader, but there are no other ill effects. Quarrel to the face. Boom. 7 damage. That is nasty on the Plague Doctor, and it is time for us to drop some stuns, I think. Yes, stuns. For the moment, stuns. Okie dokie. So these guys are out of action for a turn. I've got the chance to do a Mondo heal or a party heal. Let's just focus down on the squishy Plague Doctor. Up by 5 and feeling fine. Smite on the Bone Soldier for a pretty outstanding chance to kill. Actually, not a bad chance to kill on the Brawler, but I prefer to deny them a turn than take a risk. Nice. Okay, pressing forward, we're going to do a point-blank shot on our friendly... Well, no, friendly neighborhood. Yeah, brawler. Chance to kill, and the kill is made. Fantastic. These guys are denied a turn, which works fine for me. What I can do is do some healing while also doing some damage. And we get the kill to boot. That's fantastic. Alright. Could try and... Yeah, this will... Probably won't stun him again. Like, I can't double stun. Stuns don't last for multiple turns to my knowledge. But what I can do is clear these corpses, and so his ability to attack is greatly curtailed. Yeah, can't double stun. That's a known quantity. What I can do is smite. The question is, should I smite or should I faff? I think I should faff. 45, 42, 41. Let's faff here because we could use the health. Nice. And Torchlight does illuminate. Excuse me. Open Vein to 6 to 11. Jules, yeah, look, it's activated the riposte regardless. 8 damage. And if he chooses to kill me in this turn, then that's his loss. Well, didn't quite kill himself in that round, and I am just so fine with that. I'll drop a party heal just to be totally redundant, 2 health up, and everyone but the Crusader is completely topped off. Let's just finish off that job. Again, it will turn to round 5 shortly, and I will have potential problems, but in the meantime, let's take care of some of that stress on the Vestal, and we are back to being fine. Nothing to do but waste a turn, so let's waste a turn. And finish things off. And return back to first positions. Lovely.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Okay. Medicinal herbs. Do I need them? I would rather take the gold. Let's do that. Have to leave the food behind. And let us carry on. We'll have a corridor battle and a curio and an empty room. And at the empty room, I think I'm going to camp to get my stress and buffs in order. Meantime, we are radiant, so this corridor battle shouldn't be a problem. If surprise drops, which it does. Again, I understand how and why people play torchless runs. I get it, but it's not for me. I like having an advantage. I like having an advantage more than I like having treasure, let me put it that way. Let's drop a stun here because we can, and we don't need that stress at all. 1 HP left on this chap. You know what we might just do is keep the stuns coming. Or blight. Let's just take out. Let's just kill the guy that we can kill. That's a prudent course of action. Follow on with a smite on the rabble, which will probably be an insta-kill. Beautiful. Don't know why I did that. I should have killed the one that was stunned. That was silly of me. Anyway, gold stacks, and we are back to being picture pretty perfect. Do a quick rejuggle as well because we forgot to do that, and everyone's stress is actually looking a lot better than it was before. Let's check out the scouting. Yes, that is definitely the boss bash. We have 1 battle and 1 corridor battle right there. I am unfazed and nonplussed, and any other adjective you could choose to use. Again, am I using adjective correctly? Is it a noun? Is it a verb?
Gathered close in tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
Alright, stress has been reduced. Let's prevent ourselves from being ambushed and increase the surprise chance. Not going to change the world there, but that's all fine. Party stress reduction for 5? Or, well, the whole party doesn't need stress reduction. It's just going to be these 2 chappies here. Let's see if we have any better options. That's going to be a big fat negatory, so I will take care of stress on you. Lovely. And then stress on everyone, unless I can find a better combination for 4 points. I could buff my range skills, which isn't too shabby at all, for 2. And then... yeah, no, I'm fine with this. And that 1 point of waste will, yeah, give me an increased disease resist. We are all good in the hood. I can feel my heart. It pumps strong. Darn tooting. It looks bad. There's nothing to fear here. What? Because we prevented them from ambushing us. We are healthy and mentally steeled for this challenge. I'm glad you said so. It's both mentally steeled and mentally steeled. No sleep for us. Yes, we do march to victory or ruin. And speaking of ruin, let us march on. Bit of a long pregnant pause here while we wait to see what we get. Some heirlooms, not too shabby, and those deeds will be greatly appreciated.
For a task well performed.
Now, just before we step in here, I'm going to make sure that we kind of take the smoke 'em if you got 'em approach to everything. We'll buff the guys that are squishier. Is there anything else I can do at this stage? The answer is a clean and affirmative no, so let's press in to the Apprentice Necromancer. And if we're very, very lucky, we're not, because he's too fast. 6 foot under, 2 dodges and a bit of stress. He brings 1 unpleasant rabble to the party. We will try for a stun. Well, his move takes, which is something at least. We will certainly try and do some damage, or try and stun again. Look, the stuns, the chances are low, but the payoff is high. Alright, that's fine. Your bleed resist is pretty low as far as things go, but I love me a riposte. So let's do some damage to you, oh Necromancer chap. Followed on by a smite, because you're unholy, and I get crits. Nice. Right, next round, we get the first turn, point blank shot. Only 9 damage, and that move takes, because his move resist seems to be nothing. Some damage to riposte, and he keeps bringing unpleasant people to the fore. That does open him up, though, to a stun shuffle, because we know his move resist is so poorly. Alternatively, I could start the pain train. Blights are just lovely, and this guy's already down to 56 health. I didn't realize how far he'd sunk. Dodge and a kill. That is beautiful. Alright, let's press on with a focused heal on the Highwayman, which tops him off handily. And because we have no better option, a smite on the Bone Soldier for the insta-kill. Not bad. Now, if this Necromancer only raises 1 person from the dead, we'll be fine. 5 more damage there. Yep, only 1. No problem there at all. I will run a party heal, because that will give me the best yield. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. But it would typically give me the best yield. Let's drop some damage in the back row and reactivate our riposte. Lovely stuff. And let's keep the blights going. Or should I try for the stun and put him in reach of my Crusader? That actually makes a lot of sense. Let's put him in reach of the Crusader. Regardless of what happens, that corpse clears. Yep, that's fine. And let's drop a big old-fashioned smite on you. Boom, 14 damage, and this guy's down to a third of his life. Flesh is willing. 4 and 5 damage, but a beautiful riposte crit. Putting us in a pretty good place. Let's take care of the first row. Beautiful critical, which shuffles him back in reach of the Crusader. And we are in control. Party heal now, just to keep things buffed. Only once, but I'm not going to complain because the game is going very much in my favor. Graveyard slash for 5, and I think now is the time for us to start focusing on this poor, unfortunate soul. The Plague Doctor will, again, do the stun one more time, because, hey, if it takes, it's worth it. Hey, it's worth it. There we go. Not that I think this guy has long left to live. And with that final turn of blight, he's a dead Necromancer.
Even the dead can die again.
Even the dead can die again. No, truly. No true words have ever been spoken. Graveyard slash. Great dodge, and now is our chance to faff. Our stress level is already pretty low. Our health is already pretty impressive. That Crusader's turn is definitely going to be spent taking care of some of the Irie on that Plague Doctor, down to 14. And these guys are going to be great to go out immediately again next turn, which makes me a very, very happy camper.
A trifling victory.
Really?
But a victory nonetheless.
Debuff charms? Are you kidding me? Right, well, I'm not going to walk all the way back there. I don't have the food to stand the random food checks. This has been a pretty good round, even though the boss kill reward was a bit underwhelming. Not to complain. We got a rare out of it. Sorry, I should say a very rare out of it. Yeah. Cash yield for this one has been about 9.5 thou, which isn't too shabby. We get a total of 10 crests, 6 deeds, and 8 busts as well on the heirloom side of things. Both Reynold and Dismas have leveled up. Mainnet and Quinn Carnon are ready to pop the next time we take them out, which works just fine for me. And I'll have a few turns to take care of some ungodly quirks and diseases.
Take advantage of this faith-fueled charity. It will not last.
But I don't have anyone that's actually carrying any stress that I'm not going to be using next turn. I mean, I could put Thorell in there, but I want to see how he freaks out. Him freaking out is actually like the point of having him. So we'll leave that be for the moment. In the meantime, we'll check to see whether we have enough. Ooh, Grave Robber. I need a Grave Robber to fill out the party roster. I need one deed to increase my barracks, and I might make a bad call and run some trades to make that happen. The question is, what will I trade? I'm gonna keep my hand on these portraits because I need them like pain. Want to upgrade the treatment library, but it's the patient cells I need to focus on first and foremost, so I think I can afford to lose busts for a deed. Let's go back into, well, can I upgrade these? No, I'm so far away from that. Actually, I'm not. The question is, do I want to have more people in my party, which isn't super critical at this point in time, or do I want to progress more rapidly towards upgrading weaponsmithing and armor smithing to bulk out my level 3s? That is the question. I don't have the cash to do that right now, though. But also, I don't really have the cash to carry any more people in my roster, and things are looking kind of okay right now. I might just wait to do some more stuff organically. With that said, though, I have, like, wasted, functionally. I have wasted some busts on a bad trade, but that's okay. That happens. Reynold can take care of your Dacnomania. What's it going to cost me to get rid of your Kleptomania? That's the question. Whoa, I can't afford that. I can't afford 5,600 gold at this stage. I can barely afford that for Dacnomania. Let's... busts. Let's use those busts to reduce our treatment cost as much as I should be saving for treatment ward. I want treatment ward. Let's keep on the course we've set out. Are there any level 0s that I know I'm going to be using that have some horrendous quirks? Well, stress versus humans is kind of a problem. Let's pick our next battle. We're sitting at 28 minutes right now, which means I've got time for a short. And a short in the Weald is attractive because we've made no progress at all to a boss there. We also have... no, just mediums. Okay, short for portraits and an occultist. Ooh, that's actually not a bad... it's not a bad item for the occultist in the right space. Let's see who we're going to take along with us in the Weald. Fragant has been rekitted the way I like her being played, and she's a fairly logical choice. I could back her up with Bonell, but by the same token, if I don't start bringing Lobies along with me, they will never get upgraded, so let's think this through carefully. These two guys will get an upgrade in the next combat, which is just fine by me. They'll be kind of OP wherever I bring them. So the question is, who should I slot into position 3? Who should I slot into position 3? Let's think. Jester could be handy, but he doesn't work in position 2. Sorry, it's who should I slot into position 2? Position 2, that's more of a focused run. In the Weald, bleed is a factor, so we'll bring Sydney along with us. And let's look at some curios. Houndmaster, Trap Disarm, Scouting if Torch is low. That's fine in my books. We can probably get rid of those 2 debuff charms. I never wanted them in the first place, and actually we've forgotten something very important. We can bring Thorell. Why are we bringing a Houndmaster? We can bring a Flagellant. Dear God. What's wrong with me? Okay, let's up your damage, and well, don't want to reduce your max health. You're already pretty squishy. Hold on. What am I looking at here? What am I looking at here? Thorel. There we go. Yeah. Let's increase your prot. Make you a bit tougher. Your attacks are all melee, so we will give you that there. On the Hellion, we will give her less stress because why not? She's a Warren's foe, so I'm not too worried about her in that place. Speed, 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 speed. Let's give you this. And also a speed stone, I think. Right, you're... What to bring on who? Well, that makes sense. And given the Plague Doctor is currently rocking the most stress out of the bunch, and we'll be doing more support attacks, and thus we'll get fewer criticals, and thus we'll have fewer stress removals. We'll drop this here, and that is our party for trinkets. One free slot in the Hellion in case we find one, and we'll need to progress this one quickly so this episode doesn't blow out time-wise. Provision up, we're going into the Weald, so an even spread of all the things will come in very useful. 2 skeleton keys, 2 medicinal herbs, 2 shovels, 2 holy waters, stack of torches, and 4 stack of food. And what am I talking about? It's a short. Don't need that, don't need that. There we go. That should be plenty. Might just trim things down now. Just in case, just in case, just in case. And 1 bandage. Okay. Let's get in there. Oh, while things are loading, just want to take a moment and thank you guys very much for watching. I'm having so much fun making these. I hope you're enjoying watching them as well. I'm really loving the Flagellant. I'm just enjoying learning this game again.
Soak the soil, sapping all good life from these groves.
Okay, free scout.
Burn out this evil.
Free scout. Let's press on some heirlooms. Not a bad start. Battle room coming up, but we will torch up in advance to make sure we get the jump on these Weald dwelling mofos. Bunch of dogs. Rapid Rush drops fast and early for 2 damage. These guys are pretty weak bleed resist though, which is heartening. Valid Blow. Okay, so Exsanguinate is Valid Blow 50%, which is self-heal plus an epic damage. So we have heal myself and somebody else with a huge debuff, and heal myself and kill somebody with epic bleeds, but take a huge debuff. Pretty good. Pretty good. Let's get some bleeds rolling on the back row, or alternatively go for the insta-kill on one of them. Let's go for the insta-kill on position number 2. We can. 4 damage, only 4 bleed. Not going to be enough to make the difference. Rapid Rush drops down on the Plague Doctor. It gets dodged beautifully. Rapid Rush again on the Flagellant. Critical for 4. And his stress goes up in a big way, which might well lead me to interesting revelations. Blight resist is relatively high, so what we'll do instead is drop a stun on these back guys, deny one of them at least a turn. Beautiful work. And he's going to be denied, I don't know. Well, he's going to come in next turn with that bleed for an extra 4. It's not going to be enough. Thinking, Iron Swan.
Another one.
Beautiful critical hit. And with the Vestal, we'll drop a stun. Yep. That makes sense.
The path is clear.
Stun clears, and let's punish someone. Again, let's take a chance on an insta-kill on the front position. 7 damage and 4 bleed. He's a goner in his first action. That works fine by me. Could try and heal someone, or I could try and shuffle. Let's go for the blight. Actually, what's your stun? It's only 50%. Let's go for the stun shuffle. Nope, it's a dodge. It's dodge. That's fine. That's fine. That has no consequence to me directly at all. Let's go for the kill here. Boom.
Another abomination.
Beautiful work. And this Nasher is in for a exciting time. I will heal the Flagellant. I know it's not... I know he has some great abilities to activate, but... You know, I'm really biased towards keeping my people alive, and purposefully getting someone's life down really stresses me out.
A momentary abatement.
I might wait until he has more hit points, where yeah, that will put me more at my ease. In any case, my torch is already maxed out. Let's just drop a judgment for the sake of variety. Judge that doggy good. Stress goes down, and we pick up some nice change. Get a scout, and ahead of us there is a battle room with curio, a few curios in the way, trap, corridor battle, and some stuff that you can see with your own two eyes. I don't know why I'm describing it. It's kind of silly. Haven't seen any obstacles, but I'm not sure I want to take the chance. I mean, treasure is there. I'll use one shovel. Pretty disappointing haul. And I paid for the shovel, so there is that. I got some crests to boot. Oh, key, gold, and journal page. Not too bad. I will see. Okay, that's a different journal. I think there's a different journal for each of the core zones, and that's going to be exciting to discover.
Spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Ectoplasms! This is the first time I think I've actually fought these guys in this playthrough. That's just fine by me. Their bleed resist is quite high, but that doesn't faze me one iota either. Let's go for the insta-kill on position. Well, position 1 actually. Boom. Beautiful critical, and their corpse is annihilated. Next up, we will drop a stun on at least one of them. No! Okay. Alright. That was too much to ask for. In any case, we can at least get a kill here. No, we can't. No, we can't. One off, and they will be spawning newbies like there is no tomorrow. Let's try for stun. 3 damage, and it takes. Alright, that's progress at least. Next up, we get the jump on them, and Rain of Sorrows, punish. Right here. Right here, and the rationale being he already had a stun resist, so, you know. What's your blight resist? It's pretty high. What's my chance of doing 1 damage? Non-existent. What, sorry? Nope, chance of doing 1 damage is good. Right, we'll take him out. And we'll drop a stun on this chappy here. Doesn't take, unfortunately, but hopefully the Hellion can bring it closed. Yes. Nice. Right, fresh scout. And we shan't forget the Traveler's Tent. Just another map. It is better than a trap. You are right. Fergant, you are right. That said, though, we have a trap just here. 70%, 80%, and 70%. Let's take the highest chance of survival. And reduce our stress in a healthy and constructive way. In the meantime, still Radiant Light, though. Do we get a surprise? The answer is profoundly no. Good dodge, though, from the Plague Doctor. Let us start by trying for an insta-kill on a back position. 6 damage and 4 bleed. This chappy is a goner. Second attempt from the Plague Doctor, and this time it takes, as does the lead, but we can do something without that. We can do something about that for sure. Wicked Hack on position number 1. Boom, and he is gone. We'll look at recovering some of that health that you've taken away from me and eliminating that bleed as well. We are looking just fine. Drop a stun, just to max out a torch really, and we've got this under control. Excuse me. Let's just keep healing with the Plague Doctor because there's not much else for her to do right now. And the Flagellant will punish to the death. And if we even get a turn of the Hellion, we will just drop a party heal, why not? Yep, low level party heal, just topping people off. Nothing to see here, and let's just buff ourselves because what else are we going to do? This guy's going to die on his own in the coming turn. Oh, really? Okay, let's waste some turns. Hurry up and die. Thank you.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Great stack of gold for that one. We have a tree. Old tree. I can't remember what this does. I will refer to Karamazul's cheat sheet once again. Thank you, Karamazula. We are in the Warrens. No, the Weald. Old tree. Anti-venom. That's the one for glittering prizes. So let's drop that in and grab that slot in the inventory.
If
Great.
only treasure could staunch the flow.
Great stack of deeds.
Otherworldly corruption.
Some extra torches, no complaints at all. Entering an empty room, no concerns there. For a short map, this one's certainly kind of going for a while, but it could just be the way that I'm chatting about it. I'm just too chatty, Kathy. Again, Plague Doctor has best chance to survive there, and our stress is down by 5. Jolly good. Let's pick up that unburned torch, and we torch up immediately afterwards. We have nothing left in these corridors, so we'll just press on bravely and boldly. And 2 acolytes, 2 brawlers, no surprises anywhere. I'm confident I'll get stuns on these 2 chaps, so what I'll try and do is take, well, at least one of these brawlers out of action for a moment, especially given the torch situation is going to become progressively worse with these acolytes active. Hopefully the Plague Doctor gets in there early, but instead I will start the pain train going on these chappies in the back. Unfortunately, the acolyte at the back will take none of anyone's guff. Rent for the Old Gods, 2 damage, and no other ill effects. It's time for us to stun these guys. Stop bothering me. I've got other people to kill. I mean, come on. Next up, Iron Swan on the chap that resists bleed, because someone's going to have to teach her a lesson. Rent for the Old Gods on the Hellion, 4 damage. And a stress debuff, but no other real ill effects. Let's keep the Reign of Sorrows train going. Damage on each, and that bleed finally takes. It is stacking quite nicely in this acolyte, but it's not going to be enough to get the kill. That's for sure. Let's do a quick check here. That's 2 damage. No, I want these guys dead and gone. Let's take that 3rd Iron Swan for the kill. Rent the Old Gods drops it again. This time a crit for 6, which is quite substantial and does give me a bleed. And so I need to start taking decisive action. Unfortunately, the only... Hold on. That'll do it. Come on, Blight. Yes. All right. Beautiful work. Beautiful work. Let's focus a heal on the Hellion, who clearly needs the help. Again. Rent for the Old Gods kicks off. Great dodge. Punish him. Yes. Yes. Punish him. 7 damage done, and the bleed does take not quite enough for the kill, but I'm not going to complain. What I will do instead is heal that bleed, and just give him a little lick of life. Rent the Old Gods drops with another dodge. This Hellion has some dancing feet, that is for sure. Let's try for a stun here. We could do another heal. Another heal wouldn't be a bad call, given the fact that we've got so much dungeon still to work our way through. And now we'll go in for the de gras on that brawler. His corpse will bleed prolifically until even his corpse dies. You know how before the Necromancer he said, you know, even the dead can die again. Well, yeah, that's what he was talking about. Stun Shuffle isn't going to be of any kind of use. I can top up some health here and there, and why not? Let's go in for a stun on the brawler. See if it takes. Torch can certainly use the help, which is the main reason why I'm doing that. 4 bleed coming in, and he's dead in his next turn, so we can kind of safely faff, to be honest.
But never hidden.
Yep, let's just finish things off. Nicely done. Lovely jubbly. And again, we're just too good at eliminating this chap's stress.
Push on to the task's end.
Now, while I've completed 100% of Battle Room, so I've got a full stack of food and, you know, a song in my heart. So let's press on. Nice. Inventory is approaching full, but things can and will stack when called to. Do a quick juggle around just so I feel happier with the way these things are organized and done. Alright, that's our shovel gone.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption.
We will torch up and carry on. These can yield some glittering prizes, so I'll See if there's anything there that's of worth. Nope, just a whole mess of food. May as well use some of it. Probably throw the rest out. It's first opportunity. First excuse. Empty room, and scouting comes through with some goods. Gonna leave that Shambler altar the hell alone. Or should I? Should I? No, let's leave it the hell alone. I'm not feeling up to a boss bash in the middle of this car. Oh, should I? I don't know if I'm making the right decision there. I just don't know. Look, I don't need the stress. I don't need the heartache. Let's just carry on and see how we do. Carrying on, we have a corridor battle. We're in Radiant. And let's see what we get. 2 maggots and a spitter. No problems at all with that. Let's see. What's your blight resist? Pretty minor. Can't give you a kill with that, but can stun you. Let's do that. Nice. Damage the back row. Get the insta-kill on the maggot, hopefully. Well, dead in its first turn, that's for sure. And follow things on with a bit of stunnage on the maggot, just to faff and maximize our torch. And then go for the close with our friendly neighborhood Hellion. It is the spitter that is the greatest risk. But these guys drop diseases. Let's go here. 8 damage. Hopefully we get the first action. Yes, but it's entirely useless. That's alright. That's alright. And now let's punish this guy to death. It looks like we punished him too hard. These flagellants, they just don't know when to stop. They're brutal. Brutal.
But a victory nonetheless.
And unfortunately we have no more anti-venom, but we do have someone with a high disease resist, 50%. Yeah, it's not too shabby. I can probably work with that. Oops, that was 45. Yeah, 50. We'll take the chance on the... Nice. And a bit more change. That's the map completed. Let's not take any more stress, guff, or time up.
The agents of pestilence
Whew.
will not be driven from our woods.
So, flagellants are less exciting when you don't let them get whacked around the head. But I think their abilities will come in very, very handy in boss bashes when we need to clutch after being whacked around the head. So, there is that, I guess. Looking at how we did, we managed to pick up roughly 8,000 in gold, less a little bit of change. 16 crests, 6 deeds, 3 portraits, and 4 busts, as well as a handy-dandy crit charm for the occultist. In addition to that, we have some upgrades and quirks to look at. Fergant has picked up Beast Slayer, which will come in very handy. Thorel is an Eldritch Slayer, which will come in very handy indeed. And Quinkernon is obsessed with sainthood, which is, you know, thematically appropriate given her Vestal nature.
Trouble yourself not with the cost of this crusade. Its noble end affords you broad tolerance in your choice of means.
Okay. This is new. Cornerstones, the resurrection of our ramshackle Hamlet, has lured brave artisans and merchants who see the potential in the vacant lots surrounding the town square. 1 blueprint awarded. This is interesting. Do you guys want to hang on and hang around and see what this is all about? I'll take care of all the back of house stuff. This is a new feature, and I kind of... Ooh. Whoa. 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 Okay, we have... Wow. I'm going to actually go through these in detail. And in fact... Wow, 50,000 gold. When the hell do I have... Oh, no purpose. Proclamation of one's dedication. Fair enough. Right, I'm actually going to do a focus video on these ones. That's going to be the beginning of my next episode, a discussion of districts. Which means this is now the end of the video. I hope you've liked it. I hope you're excited to catch the next one as well. If you've liked this video, hit that like button. I'd really appreciate that. Any comments, please share them, good or bad, ugly or fair. And as always, I've been Ahdoom. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, subscribe button, playlist button, push all the buttons. I'll catch you guys next time.